Casual, man. 10, 15 minutes, nothing too crazy. I appreciate you for taking the time out and getting with me, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
One of the things that I always personally wanted to ask you, man, is your early days in Oakland, man, with the 415. How'd y'all put that together? How'd y'all link up? You know, did you know everybody all like your whole life? Did y'all grow up together? What was the deal with the group?
No, 415, that came after I had started rapping. So basically, I started rapping. Let me see, the first thing I think we dropped was Don't Do It.
Yeah.
And that's when it was just Richie Rich. There was no 415.
Okay.
So it was just me and the executive producer, Jed from Big League Records.
Okay.
And he had invested his money in me, and I was the only one rapping at the time.
Okay.
What happened was we ended up dropping some records, some music, and then I started to kind of realize like everything was on me. So I kind of wanted to lighten the load up a little bit because I was in the street. I ain't never been a studio rap. Like I get my raps together on the street at the crib.
Yeah.
When it comes to the studio, lamb, and then I'm out of there.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
So it got to a point where I was getting tired of doing all the work, to be honest with you.
You want to split some of the verses
like,
up?
Man, you know what? I was like, yeah, so I might try to start a group, right?
Okay.
And he was like, you know what? That'll be dope. So me and him both actively started looking for members.
Okay.
And I don't know exactly. I think to keep it 100, to be accurate, I got a pretty good memory.
Uh-huh.
I believe Jed knew a nigga named Tony O. Tony was from the town. He was from West Oakland.
Okay.
And Tony had a producer named DJ Durrell.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking with somebody else at the time.
Okay.
And that's how we met DJ Durrell. From there, I started to try to just interview niggas I knew who was rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least trying to rap. And I think once again, Jed knew a nigga from 104th who said he had a nephew. And he was like, Rich, go over there and check on him. See if he nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that ended up being D-Lo.
Okay.
So I didn't go through a lot of work, like auditioning a whole bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Durrell had the slaps out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And Lo, when I met him on 104th, they was just over there fucking around. We pulled up, put him on the spot, and he started busting.
Okay.
And he was clean, and that's how we put 415 together.
That's what's up. The timeline with the 415 thing is kind of crazy. Me myself, I always kind of gravitated to you and your style because I could hear the hustler in your writing. Coming from Compton and having to figure things out at an early age and make sure I fend for myself. And once I started politicking and building a family and fending for my family and making sure we was eating and we had the things that we needed. So I always gravitated to stuff you wrote because it was like I could relate to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do you think about catching that early case, man? While you was doing the 415 thing, did that kind of derail you? Did it kind of kill your morale? Did it cause any issues? Like talk to the youth about that because I know like now you see a lot of young cats now, and I know the times are different where you can kind of like in a certain degree you can walk away from the streets and choose to do music full time and have way more revenue streams to survive than you could back in that time period that you was getting down and starting out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So talk to the youth about that, man, because I think that's a unique perspective that they could use today to help navigate themselves.
Well, see, for me, when I got caught up, I was always in the street.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how somehow I used to bob and weave the music so well because that's what I was doing. I was outside.
Right.
But what happened was when I got caught up, in my mind, I was about to transition from getting money in the street to being a rapper for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was our first run. We dropped 415. It was a hit. People was feeling it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that we weren't about to get rich. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Because I didn't know anything about business.
Right.
So when I got caught up, I thought I had really burned a good opportunity.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought I had burned a good opportunity up until I realized that what I was up against wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
But as far as the morale, my morale was always up. But I ran into an incident with the group when I got caught up.
Okay.
And the group, I don't know if they thought I was going to be in jail a long time. But they went on and tried to bust a move without me.
Right. So was that the move you talking about is them trying to bring another member in to replace you for the second album?
Yeah, when it comes to the second album.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. But, as far as, when I got caught up, bro, I'll be honest with you. Looking at it from a perspective as a young dude, I didn't have the patience. See, the patience I got now, if I had patience like that back then, if I could see then what I see now, which it would be, you just can't do that. These eyes come from a lot of time on the planet, you hear me?
Yeah, dig it.
Yeah, a lot of time on the planet. So when talking to youngsters, sometimes it's hard to break through because I remember when you couldn't tell me nothing.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
My mama couldn't tell me nothing because nobody told me nothing.
Right.
But everything that I'm falling back on is that same shit that people was trying to tell me.
Right.
So, for me, I thought I had blew my shot, you know? And when I came back from the little situation, more people gravitated to me than the other people in the group.
Okay. And then was that something that helped you transition to your solo career because of that notoriety or that attention?
I was forced, not to cut you off, I was forced into a solo career based on the way my executive producer tried to the way he did me. And forced me into a solo career. You feel me? I had to make a decision. And the decision I made, it forced me into a solo career.
Okay.
And then what's crazy about that is, as much as I liked bouncing back and forth off of D-Lo, because it was like good sparring, you feel me? When you got a nigga that's dope, it's good sparring. We was always competing on these verses.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that the executive producer, he would come up with some of these song concepts and he would give them to both of us like homework assignments. Write a song about this. And he'd have these few details. We come to the studio, we both have our version, and whichever one was the best was the one we used. And we did that on a few songs.
That's a good way to do it.
On groupie ass bits.
Yeah.
On Sideshow. Loke had a version of Sideshow. And I had a version of Groupie. And his was better than mine.
Man,
Sideshow, mine was better than his.
Man, I got a story about that Sideshow. Yeah, that Sideshow, man. I think that Sideshow was the first record that I heard from you. My cousin came down from the Bay, and he had a tape, and he was like, "Yeah, this is what we slapping up there." And that when that Sideshow come on, man, it's just something about that track, bro. It's like, even till to this day, you can still slap that record, man. That record, that's one of them ones, man, with the guitar and that shit hard.
Yeah, that Sideshow is a nice record, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It was super fast. It was super fast tempo for me when back then, because I was a slow flower. But like you said, it was jumping so hard. I just wanted to get over that beat.
Yeah.
The story I told is an actual event. It's not like I made up words about a Sideshow. Everything I said on there happened one Saturday night.
Okay.
Just the way I said it.
Right.
So it's like It's a top to bottom story about an evening in East Oakland at the Star Show.
Okay.
That's why I went so big in the hometown, because niggas remember, like, I remember that one was Short and them was in the Benz, him and Ted. The Burgers and one and the white one, and Kiki was on the Ninja. Like, so it resonated with the city, because you got 1,000 people out there, 1,500 people out there. When they hear the song, they like, nigga, I remember this.
Got you.
I remember this shit happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's another formula, man. I think that a lot of cats is missing to this day, man. Is like actually being outside and formulating their music content about their real world experience, because then people that are in those same areas or at the same evenings or events, like you stated, they be like, yo, I remember that, and it's like a momentum, or it's got more sentimental value or more relatability, because it's like a real event that you can hold on to, and that record is gonna last forever based off that event, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
We gonna move to 96 though. I feel like you came into your own in 96 though, bro. I feel like the branding and the marketing and the look and the sound and you being over there at Def Jam, I feel like that was like a culmination of like almost like a perfect storm, just for me as a consumer of hip hop, and then, you know, kind of studying the game and figuring out how I wanted to present myself. I feel like you figured it all out with at that present time. Is that something you can agree to, or?
Well, so for Def Jam, I'll be honest with you, what made it different was I had a fucking budget.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had a budget, and I had the momentum. I mean, imagine signing with Def Jam. You from East Oakland. You know, you up and coming. 40 is on Jive. You know, Short is on Jive. You know, you trying to get signed. They got a few different record labels. And Def Jam come along, nigga.
Yeah.
When I got on Def Jam, dude, my confidence went through the roof.
Okay.
Because you know how them boys get down.
Yeah.
You know how them boys get down. They don't do no playing.
Yeah, no, it's big
top
business
of the line
over there.
every day.
Yeah.
You hear me? It's top of the line every day.
Right. And like, just in terms of the timeline for the people, was that early 96 or was that more like late after Pac's passing?
No, I think that was early 96, tail end of 95 to 96.
Right. So you could have pulled a play, and you could have had some of that energy with Pac, and kind of like, you know, y'all could have figured something out if it permitted.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How you wind up getting Bo Rock on that G's Get to Go to Heaven? How'd that work out, man?
We did do G's Get to Go to Heaven. That's another record that I stumbled up on and ended up producing it with Mike Mosley, but it was originally a DJ Girl record.
Okay.
And then Mike Mosley, DJ Girl, had the hook. He wrote the hook and gave me the hook. And then I ended up producing it with Mike Mosley. DJ Girl had a sick beat to it, but that shit that Mike came up was just cold.
Right.
And I asked Girl about that, like, could I rap it like that? And he was like, yeah, go for it. So Mike Mosley made the beat. And then the beat was always like church, but it didn't always have that Hammond organ on there.
Yeah, that organ brought it, like, took it to another
level. I told him, put that Hammond beat, because I come up in the church.
Yeah.
I told him, put that Hammond B3 in there, it's going to wake that game up. Because you know that B3 going to make you come tell the truth.
Yeah, it's only two of them that can do that. It's the T100 and that B3 that is.
Yeah, B3 gonna make you tell the truth when you're sitting in there.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's true.
You're sitting in there, when you're sitting up in there, and they tell you can come on down to the front.
Yeah.
And, you know, coming up to the altar, and they be gurgling that B3. That B3 be working on you.
Yeah, he be hitting your nerves. Then you ready to tell the truth.
I said, so let's put that on there. And when they put it on there, it went through the roof. Now, I can't remember exactly how I got to Bo Rock.
Okay.
I know I have been fucking around in LA. I have been fucking around with Warren G.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know how. I think Tina Davis might have. I think my A&R might have lined Bo Rock up for that record. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Yeah, Tina might have did that.
Okay.
Because Tina was fucking with Warren, and Warren had to do the track and all the shit.
Right.
That might have been a Tina Davis play. My memory is pretty keen, but sometimes I'll be off.
Yeah.
But I don't like to not give people their credit, because people get bent out of shape about that. So I usually just tell the story exactly how it is.
No, I got
it works better that way.
Yeah.
I learned as a young man. From my mom. I used to get my ass whooped all the time for lying.
Everybody want their stripes, though, man. You know, everybody want their stripes, man.
I used to get whooped for lying, but my mama told me something about lying, and I didn't get it when I was young. Mm-hmm. But when I grew up, it made complete sense. She said that the easiest way to catch somebody in the lie is you ask them once, and then you ask them again in 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. She said, because one thing about the truth is the same forever.
Right, never going to change.
She said, so somebody can ask you what happened in 1991, and they should be able to ask you in 2025, and you should be able to just roll it off, just like you did in 91. Mm-hmm. See? So, usually when I do these interviews, man, I give people all their grams. Yeah, I think Tina might have hooked Bo Rock, and he took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
He took it to a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out my boy Bo Rock, man.
Yeah, he could do that. He got that voice.
He took that down to church.
Yeah, I know he has a church background too, so that's
See, and that was some more of that being on Def Jam and having the budget and the access to the studios, and it's like whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Versus being independent and writing records and paying to have the CDs pressed up and putting them out, and you're trying to buy bus benches to promote. But when you in that major machine, and then I was up there when I was up there, Redman was there, Method Man was there, Jay-Z was there.
Yeah.
Young Jay, you know what I mean? Foxy Brown, LL Cool J, DMX.
Yeah, the roster was crazy. Yeah.
Trigger the Gamble, my boy J.O. Felony. Like, it was crazy. So that's like anything else, man. You get on a winning team, even if you ain't helped them get a ring yet, you're gonna be cocky when you get the route.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, no, that's real.
So yeah, that shit definitely played a part in it. And then, to be honest with you, I was seasoned by then because I started in the streets young. So by the time I got to 96, that Seasoned Veteran album, I had more game up under my belt than the average nigga my age.
Right.
Just from being outside.
Right.
You know, I come from East Oakland, like, the game is heavy in the East.
For sure.
It's small, you get laced up real quick. You know what I'm talking about? And it's good game. You know, all game ain't good game, but there's a lot of good game out there. You know, I learned a lot of good game.
Yeah.
And that's why I be trying to just throw it in the music, man. Like, when I listen to my album, I do interviews sometimes. They be like, "So what would you say your album was about?" I'll be like, "I don't know. I'll just be popping my shit. You know, it's just my perspective."
Yeah.
I'm not real trendy with it. You won't hear me talking about like events or time stamping and shit to nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm just doing. I don't know. You just describe what I do to me, because I'll be honest with you.
Well, no, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you that weed album you did with the Mechanics a few years back. If you wanna get a good bead on how you lace your album, your music with game, you know what I'm saying? I think that album is a perfect combination where somebody can really go back. Oh, this nigga, you know what I mean? From the business to the growth to the mistakes to the
grow room.
Yeah, the whole
that record flows sonically and vocally.
That joint crazy.
That's a beautiful record.
Yeah, that joint crazy, man. Yeah. So
that grow room, a lot of people like that. That grow room went crazy.
Yeah. So to me.
Shout out to Mechanics.
Mechanics is crazy. They went crazy on there. You went crazy on there. I think
4 Racks on the Hook. They gave a classic for sure.
For sure. But it's all kind of gems in there if you paying attention though. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's hella funny? It's funny you say that, because I was telling somebody not too long ago. I said I wrote that whole album about one thing: weed.
Yeah.
But
right.
But I gave you 10, 11 different flavors, though,
Yeah.
of shit. And when I go back and listen to it, I'll be like, damn, I was on some shit when I wrote that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, to be able to talk about the same thing over 12 songs
And
and
don't
not
get
get
boring.
repetitious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It don't get boring.
It's not easy to do.
Yeah, that's not easy to do. You keep it fresh on each track. Each track has got its own feeling, its own swag. So I could definitely appreciate it and salute it. And heavy rotation, another one that's a heavy rotation for sure.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah, I always dipped in the Bay Area bag, man, and picked up and laced my boots with y'all up there, man. Y'all always is like, uncles of the West Coast. If you trying to really be about yours and hustle up, you could definitely look north and get laced if you really serious about it, for sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We got to talk about Pac, man. I feel like it's not like your entire legacy, but it's definitely a pivotal moment in when you talk about Richie Rich and y'all's relationship. It's definitely part of your story. Can you give some insight on, just knowing him and the things that he went through when he got out of jail and he hit death row? Maybe some of the people that haven't heard or don't know about.
Man, a lot of the Pac stories have already been told. Most of them have already been told.
Okay.
A lot of mine, I keep them tight to the chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I can go. Pac he was misunderstood by a lot of people, but he was really just an overly loyal dude. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And in the hood, in the hood, you talk loyalty. You know what I mean?
Right.
Loyalty, stand on business. You gotta be loyal.
Right.
You gotta be loyal. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But what they don't teach you in the hood is, but you gotta be cautious of who you're loyal to.
Yeah.
See, they don't give you that.
Nah.
And that's what it is about the ghetto that I've learned from being in it.
Mm-hmm.
And being a nigga from up the hill who just came down to the flats to fuck with my niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a different perspective on the shit. I see it in the way I see it.
Yeah.
But he was just overly loyal, bro.
Yeah.
And when you're like that, you can be loyal to the wrong shit sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Especially when you're still a sponge and you're soaking.
Mm-hmm.
See, every human being is not given the powers to soak and be able to take what you're soaking and then translate it into rhyme form and, put it into song form and put the kind of passion and shit behind it that Pac was doing. Mm-hmm. Like, as an MC myself, I don't know if this is true for all MCs. These words we come up with, dude, they come from the sky. Like, it's not like we be sitting there like, damn, I need to say something. The music come on, and that hand just start going. That pen just start moving.
Yeah.
These things I tell niggas I got a ghostwriter. These songs are coming from somewhere else.
Right.
You hear me?
Right.
And you can hear the rappers whose songs are doing that. Mm-hmm. You can hear when a nigga, you be like, oh, this nigga cooking. Like, that's what it used to feel like. For me, the music used to feel like that. That's what made me listen to it. I get it now. Things have changed. Times have changed. But a nigga like Pac, with all the range he had, because he could go all over the place.
He could.
With all the range he had, and then all the passion that he had in his words, what a lot of people didn't know is when you was around him and you were in company, because you can be around somebody and not be around somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I know you might go out, you just say it's All-Star this weekend.
Yeah.
I could go out and fuck around with some of these niggas at the All-Star parties and fuck around, and they'll be around me, but they won't be around me.
Right.
Not like how me and my man or my homegirl, who was at the party last night was, because we come from the sandbox, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, man, when I was around him, dude, he was just like a good kid, bro. Just a cool nigga. Likes to smoke weed. Love fucking with bras. You know what I mean? Hella funny. Charismatic. Just a regular dude. I didn't even see all the shit inside him that he started exuding once he, got onto whatever it was he got on that kicked him into that second of that third or fourth gear.
Right.
Because once he kicked fourth gear, I mean, it was like, it was easy to see that it wasn't going to be nobody fucking with it. I was in the gym today and I was knocking that damn, that Troublesome 96. Come on,
yeah,
bro.
that shit,
I listened to that through my whole workout. I just kept starting it over.
Yeah.
Bruh, ain't nobody skating like that on no beats no more, bro.
Yeah, then they don't do it like that.
Niggas ain't skating like that no more, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
And it ain't just because he my man.
Yeah.
I be hearing niggas all the time, youngsters sometimes, old niggas, he was cool, but he wasn't. Niggas, stop. Stop.
No, he had, he definitely,
and this ain't just because this nigga's my man.
Right.
And I don't do no shoo-shooing and no bootlicking and no bullshit.
Right.
Man. And I know everything ain't for everybody. Mm-hmm. So I get that. And it would have to be that. That would have to be the reason. You one of them people that this just ain't for. But to try to act like the nigga wasn't nice.
Yeah. I
don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
And it trips me out when these niggas try to dissect him and say, well, he wasn't ruined. He wasn't. Check this out, man. We making music, bro. Mm-hmm. We making music, bro. That's what we doing. Mm-hmm. Okay, we not trying to go for certified hardest street nigga. We're not trying to win the street nigga award. Mm-hmm. When we making music, we taking shit we see, shit we hear, shit we feel, putting it in the song form, and giving it back to the people, man, in a loving way that niggas have seen to forget about what this music shit is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
This is a gift.
Yeah.
This is a gift from God through us, back over the beat, through whoever made the beat, back to the fucking people.
Yeah, it's so much in today's world, man. You know, just and I agree with you, but it's like it's so much fluff on this shit.
Oh, it's trash out there.
It's just fluff, and it's like this shit that turned into like what's the electronic store where you go in there and get anything? The blue shirt, the Best Buy, right? Like I liked it better when it was Radio Shack. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much shit in here now you can't even connect to the experience.
Bro, I was just telling my man the other day. I said, bro. When I started rapping, we was only talking to the niggas who was gamed up.
Yeah, right.
We had no desire to talk to the lames.
Right.
That's why we talked in slang.
Right. Because you had to catch it.
Slang,
yeah.
I could tell you I just went over to Broad House, left some dope in our house. Well, I'm going to meet you over at the store. And we just seen them niggas that was shooting last night. And we going to get on them niggas. And you would know what the fuck I said.
Right.
It was cold. And that's how you knew who was nice.
Right.
How slick could you put it?
Right.
That's how I used to judge who was raw.
Right.
Like, you'd be like, ooh, that nigga hard. I had to listen back again. And then it make you say, hey, what you calling me? This nigga a fool.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was designed to do.
Right.
And then when it got to the mainstream, this is my take. This is what I think happened. And then when it got to the mainstream where they knew how much money they could make off of it, they couldn't stomach the loss of an original artist because that leaves a void in the fan base.
Right. So
they start simplifying it. But my man, he put it on a specific region. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want no problem.
Right.
But
right.
he put it on a specific region and said the music got simpler so everybody could get it. So your 5-year-old son can get it. And that's the crazy shit because I heard that said to me by a music exec and said, you need to write to where the spectrum is wide enough for a 60-year-old version to get it and a 5-year-old.
Yeah, there's elements of that. I can agree to that because that's what corporate media does. Corporate does that, right? Because they want to maximize their profits, right? So everybody got to be able to buy this shit, right? But
exactly.
I also think it was technology too, though, right? Right. When I was trying to get into the game and we was trying to figure out what we was doing and shit, you had to know somebody that knew somebody to get you in to fuck around. Like everybody didn't have the shit to facilitate a creation of music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
to now the barrier
That
of
shit
entry
used to
is
cost
just
money. When
hella
we
low.
was 415,
Yeah.
2-inch tape was $350 a roll.
So nobody was
You could
fucking
only
around.
squeeze three, and you could only squeeze 3 songs on that
Right,
joint.
right. So
You hear me?
it's that too. You know, like it's technology, and then I don't think social media helped. I think they made the nation smaller. I used to enjoy waiting for somebody to drop from a different region because I wanted to hear, you know, my Detroit niggas or my Chicago niggas drop Do or Die and really dig through their album and see what they had going on out there because I'm not from out there. Lingo,
Right.
all that, right?
That's how we go to Detroit without
Right.
going to Detroit.
Right. So, you know, I think that element has kind of been diluted too with just social media. You can jump on Instagram right now and you go where the hell you want. And you know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what's crazy? Like, my mama told me back in the day. She said, ain't nothing new under the sun. Everything's back around.
Yeah, that's true. And it is getting back to that. I think we get back. Yeah.
The shit we talking right now about how it is. My mama used to say that about the music we was making. You feel me? She used to be like, that ain't music. You know, well, you know, they don't throw some Al Green or some Bill Withers. This is music. And, you know?
Right.
So it happens, but I still feel like I guess this is just what it is. So the cool thing about it is, me and my daughter was talking about this because I used to ask her who her favorite artist was, and she might yell out somebody. Then I asked her now, oh, you know, I have listened to him occasionally, but I don't, you know, he's not, his new shit isn't like his old shit. And I told her, I said, what if you're not like your old shit?
Right.
I said, what if you just grew past him?
Right.
She's like, you know, I never looked at it like that. And I think that's a lot of what happens. Because as we grow older, it's certain shit that we just ain't gonna like no more.
Yeah.
Because we've changed. You feel me?
But I think that's what's dope. I think sorry not to cut you off, but I think that's a key point. I like the fact that you brought that up because I'm tired of this narrative of ageism in hip hop, right? Where they try to make it whack for older dudes that got something to say, right? To make you feel bad, like you shouldn't be doing music no more. Yes, it's a young man's game in terms of y'all being the most popular and running around and jumping off of stages, and I get it. Y'all go do that, right? But a nigga like me want to jump in the foreign and put on a player, man. I want to hear some player shit, right? And I'm not gonna get that nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Except for the class of people that I grew up listening to. So Redman's album is crazy. Your album crazy. 40's still going. You know, you gonna get some shit from Dog. Show gonna drop something. And it's all to be respected, man. Hip hop should be a spectrum and reflect the totality of life, right? The minute it stops being that, I think we failed as a culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll see what it is. That's why the way music is marketed and the way people are brainwashed.
Yeah.
It brainwashes the people who kind of follow the masses to follow the masses.
Right.
But then you can always have your core rooted thinkers who just are free thinkers that are just, you know, this is what I fuck with. I get all that, but I'm not fucking with this.
Right.
What I see has happened is it's just a lot of music out there now.
It is.
And our sport is the only sport where the OGs is supposed to stop. The rock and roll OGs don't stop.
They dying on stage, man. They dying on tour.
The rock and roll OGs don't stop.
Yeah, B.B. King died on stage.
The R&B OGs don't stop.
Yeah.
But the rap OGs gotta stop.
Right.
And you know what? My mind be thinking in some many-ass ways, and I don't be liking to sound weird, but I be seeing shit from different angles. And I'm like, I believe that hip-hop is being coerced into feeling like that because that's the way to secure most of the money.
Oh, for sure.
Because if we get the old heads out of here, we ain't got to pay them because they know they need to be paid.
Yeah.
If we keep these youngsters in here, they don't know enough about how they should be paid.
Yeah, we can screw them.
We can just keep running. Yeah, we can just keep running through them like water.
But that goes back to the larger conversation.
Trying to get people to see.
Yeah.
You got to see bigger than it's a narrative on all this shit.
Man,
it's bad that it's like that, but that's what it is.
It goes back to ownership, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That's why I liked when you linked up with Lil Russell because I felt like that was showing our culture that it's never supposed to stop. It may change in terms of how it looks or how your get down is gonna look and feel, but it's never supposed to stop, right? And so that ownership piece is important, man, because if we don't own and control, our infrastructure, motherfucker can dictate, you know what I'm saying, to certain degrees, how far we can blast out, who we can touch, who we can get out to, what we can do. So niggas start getting discouraged because now you cutting records and they not splashing like you want them to. It's because you put them in a machine that you don't have no investment in. You don't own that shit. Right, you can't push certain buttons, right? So I liked when you got back to the direct to consumer pipeline, man, because that put it on the plateau of the people of our generation, right? They were like, "What the hell is this even thing?" Because they wasn't necessarily tapped in, you know what I'm saying? And said, but then also it showed, look, if this nigga getting up, pressing up his shit, and getting it out there and connecting with his fan base, then why can't I do that? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I got that game from watching Russ.
Right.
Watching how Russ and them doing it. And dude, I'll be honest with you, it's moving, bro.
Yeah.
Russ, like, man, people talk about it ain't no money in it.
Man.
Yes, it is. They just don't want to do what they got to do to get it.
You got to do the work.
You got to drop some music.
Yeah.
You got to shoot you some good visuals.
Yeah.
You got to push your shit. You got to aim at your fans. You got to move around, do some shows. You got to press your some merch.
Yep.
And you got to kick ass.
Yeah.
But one thing I also like to tell people too. Now, don't be no jackass though.
Right.
Now, if you get to pushing something, I don't like to tell people to quit because I've seen people who, man, just kept at it and that shit cracked open.
Right.
But in the life we live, the first thing I like to tell people is it's a lot of ways to make money besides music.
Right.
You hear me?
Right.
But for me, like, it's like you said, the lanes are so thick with incoming music that, I mean, I spoke to some kids about a month ago, and they was like, well, if you had any advice for us, when it comes to music, like, and trying to get into music, I told them, I said, well, I would tell you to, first off, be original. Be you. Be exactly who you are. Don't you write no songs like the ones so-and-so got. You better write the ones like you got. I said, because what happens is there's another bunch of people on this planet that think the way you think and see things the way you see them. And those are your potential fans.
Right.
I said, but you can't get those potential fans if you're trying to sound like me, because the fans you're going to share is going to be partially mine.
Right.
And if I was sounding like that first, then they going to probably be like you trying to be like me.
Right.
So be like you. And then that way you can connect with your fans and your people. People don't understand. You got 100 fans and you giving them something they like. Man, you could make a decent amount of money.
Oh man, yeah, it don't take much. Yeah, it don't take much.
With 100 fans, man.
Yeah.
You got your 100 fans and you serving them, yearly. Oh man, you can do something with that.
Yeah, you serving them multiple times in different ways. So you're not just selling them music, but you're giving them the merch, you're giving them the show, you're giving them the, whatever, and it's like threefold for each person. You know what I mean? Like you can make something. You can make something shake with that.
If you can get 100 people to spend $100 with you, and I don't care what span of time, just say you do that every 3 months.
Right.
That's 10 grand.
Right.
You do that 4 times, that's 40 a year. They got some jobs they won't pay.
You hear what I'm talking about?
And depending on your living situation, straight up, you're getting 100 people to spend $100 with you. You know what I mean, on your craft.
Right.
So if you break that down and say you selling your albums for $10, then you got to kick out a bunch of projects. Or if you got a T-shirt where you making some profit, that merch is a lot of profit in that merch.
Yeah.
Merchandise is a plus, but I like to tell people, be honest with yourself, too.
Yeah.
You've listened to the shit that's good. Does your shit sound comparable?
Right.
You know when you ain't that far off. Because sometimes there be some people out there and they'll be like, Rich, listen to this. And I stopped listening to music a long time ago because sometimes people are just handing you some shit. And you'll be sitting there like, come on, dog. Come on, my nigga.
Well,
my nigga. I'm going to be honest with you. When the example I always use, because I would tell a nigga, hey, bro, don't just keep knocking on the door if don't nobody open it. Go knock on another door. I stand on that.
Yeah.
But I saw Post Malone. They showed old videos of him when he was first trying to be famous, the shit he was doing on YouTube, to be comparable to what the fuck he turned it into.
Oh, man,
being persistent I mean, goddamn.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, there's
by BMT.
It's always a journey, for sure.
But that's on a case-by-case basis.
Right,
that's
everybody.
Not gonna just happen every time. Yeah, that's not going to just happen every time.
Well, I know also, man, you can't, when you get to making music by yourself, that's a different journey, man. You're supposed to make music with a small group of people, because if you got some solid people around you, you're going to tell you that's not it, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the dudes, they either by themselves or they got yes men around them, and that's why you're getting some of that shit when they tell you listen to it and it sound like they was in the trash can.
I'll be honest with you. I don't have any yes men, and niggas don't even be really liking me around, because I tell the nigga exactly what it is.
Right.
But I only do it to try to cure the problem.
Right.
To me, it's like, you have a hole in your gas tank. Do you want me to tell you have a hole in your gas tank?
Right.
Or do you want me to just tell you your car smells like it's leaking gas? Like, what the fuck? You feel me? Like,
right.
You feel me?
Right.
But like you say, the one thing about that yes man shit, I've seen it sink a whole lot of ships. I'd rather a motherfucker tell me exactly what the fuck it is.
Right.
And let me look at it like that. Because if a motherfucker care about you, they gonna tell you.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, real shit.
And my thing is, another thing I would tell anybody that's up and coming is, don't ever get so comfortable to where you think you just nice. Because I know I'm nice, but every time I write a rap, every time I do a feature, I hit the dude up and be like, hey, listen to this. They like, nigga, you ain't got to. I said, no, just listen. Just tell me. I mean, the moment you feel that you dope, it means you can't get no better.
Yeah, you stop learning.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. I'm nervous before every show.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I've held back more music than I put out, and I done held back some fire shit. I just have that chip on my shoulder of not thinking that it's good enough, and that's what keeps my knife sharp.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I dig that, man. I think that's good game right there. I hope they pick up on that.
Sorry.
I know you got some more coming, so I'm about to ask what's next. What's next, man?
Yeah, so I got another album that I'm mixing right now.
Okay.
Another 10-song joint. That's all you're gonna get out of me is 10 songs. I haven't titled it yet.
Yeah.
But it's heat on there.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I'm back in love with music. So when I'm back in love with it, it's fun again to me.
Yeah.
And what makes it fun is that I can record it and then shortly after that perform it.
That's what's up, man.
You feel me? That's what makes it dope. When you be like, damn, I remember I wrote that one in the back of the car, and now I'm on stage and they rocking to it. It's like, okay, it's getting to the people. That's why, like LaRussell, I got so much love for him, because he always talking about, nigga, put that shit out.
Yeah, put it out,
nigga,
man.
fuck hold on to it.
Yeah.
And put that shit out.
Yeah.
Fuck hold on to it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just trying to get back to putting music out. But I also got me and DJ Fresh.
Okay.
Did a record.
Shout out Fresh. Fresh is my boy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He gave me some shit.
Yeah.
So we might give him that next. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm definitely back on the clock. Like, it ain't the hiatus.
I hear it, man, because I got to be honest with you, I got to give you a salute, man. I was on hiatus. I was done. I was like, man, I'm tired of the games and the bullshit. Streaming don't make sense. And then you did the LaRussell shit, and I see you popped your knee, and then you kept going. Right, and then they carried you into the house, and you was still rapping. I was like, "Look at this nigga, Rich, man." And so that shit. And then you did a show on the crutches. I'm like, "Yeah, nah, I'm bullshitting. I'm fucking around. Let me get serious about it." You know what I'm saying?
Bro. And LaRussell told me too. He said, "You don't know what you're doing right now." He said, "You sticking a stake in the moon for the OG niggas to let niggas know, man, a nigga can keep it going."
Man, it was so dope. It was so organic though. It wasn't like no bullshit ass moment, man. So that's why I think it landed on me such a way, because it was like, man, that's just organic. That's a family in the back. You are getting to it, and Unc done fucked around and popped his knee and kept on going, man. Like,
oh, bro, man, Juvenile was over there, bro.
Yeah.
Juvenile was, man, I was trying to cook, bro. That shit was crazy to me. But what's crazy is, I tell people all the time, I might have watched that video 4 times. It's hard to look at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to look at, bro. For me, it's hard to look at. But I can watch the clips where they like, I'm busting though. Like, I mean, I'm still busting. Yeah, dude. Telling them, I'm narrating what went down and all the shit. And that's what hit people to where they was like, bro, how in the hell?
Right.
Like, nigga, you wasn't in no pain? Like, bro, what the fuck is going on with you?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. That passion.
That's the moment.
Yeah.
That's the moment that thrust me back into the light.
Man.
And gave me gave me the confidence and the momentum I needed to say, okay, fuck it, let me grab 10 of these songs. I got a million of them around here. Let me grab 10 of them up, call them something, and drop them and see how people feel about it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I think you did a good job.
Because I was always recording. One thing about it, I've never stopped recording since 415. I just stopped putting stuff out.
Right.
But I'm always in the studio recording. You know what I mean? So it keep my knife sharp, and I love making music.
Yeah.
So all my homies be like, so you just make the songs for you. You ain't even gonna let us listen to it. It's for you.
Hey man,
that's how I used to do it.
Yeah. No, you got it. I mean, that's what that, like you said, it keeps your knife sharp, and then when you really love it, you're gonna always do that, right? Because it's just like second nature, man. It's like I come up with ideas, I gotta lay that down. But it's the passion to put it in front of the people and actually demonstrate. It's like the get up and go part. It's not the making the music part kind of becomes easy. It's like shooting layups now. You know what I mean? But getting up, moving around, orchestrating rollouts and setting up releases and arranging the album, doing photo shoots. It's all the other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
So I just wanted to give you flowers while I got you on the phone, man, to tell you, man, thank you for that moment. Thank you for being transparent and being genuine. Because and from my perspective, my vantage point, it's hard to see those in today's game. There's a lot of bullshit out there, man. I try not to get nothing on me, but when you see something like that,
to get nothing on me,
you know what I'm saying. When you see something like that, you gotta fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro. I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, this shit. It just looks so different, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I be looking at it, dude, and I don't, we ain't even gotta go into it.
Right.
I be like, man, what the fuck is going on?
Man.
Is this what this shit?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what on that thing I say on that song. Because if this what it turned to, I ain't finna stick around and see what these lames do. You feel me? Because if this came to like, man, looking at this game like, what the fuck happened to you?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if this what it came to, I ain't finna stick around and see what these lames do.
Man.
Like, it's getting lamer and lamer by the minute. Like, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we need a referee.
Yeah, man,
they need a
game referee, man.
Somebody just need to blow a whistle and throw a few kicks.
Right.
Like, nigga, you're thrown out.
Right.
That right there will not be tolerated. You're done.
Yeah,
like,
man.
It needs some of that.
We do need some of that, man. And
it needs some of that, bro. It's just, I mean, this motherfucker is running unofficiated.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand.
And it's just rolling. It got out of hand, bro. It just got the fuck out of hand.
It is, but that's why we need more.
They making the game so fucked up. It's making me not like things that I've always liked and respected.
Right.
Some of it I didn't understand.
Right.
But I liked and respected it. But now, I mean, it's like fuck.
Right.
It's just open season. Niggas it's flagrantly foul, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Right.
Well, why is everybody so mad?
Right.
We having more money than we have ever had as a people.
Yeah.
As a people.
Yeah.
Why is everybody so fucking upset? The fuck is going on, bro?
It's like
this is a different kind of nigga, bro.
Right.
I swear to God, the money moving cool nigga. The cars is nice, the motorcycles is nice, the women is pretty, the weed smoking good.
Right.
Nigga.
Right.
We smiling, bro.
Right.
Straight up.
Right.
I mean, nigga, why? Like my nigga, the Joker saying, why so serious? Like, I just don't get it, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's how I know who was really like outside and who wasn't, right? Because if you was really outside, you're not gonna entertain a lot of this shit, right? It's gonna be like, nigga, we did that already, and I'm not doing that now. Especially on the internet, nigga, we not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Because can't nobody do nothing to you,
ain't nothing gonna happen.
Televised all the shit you said.
Right.
And then you done said you talking to me.
Right.
So, I mean, I can't even do nothing to you. Like, what the fuck is that?
Right. Yeah, it's weird now, man, for sure.
Hey, bro, this shit is weird, bro.
I've had to pull a couple 360 pivots off of some niggas like, I can't touch that, bro.
You can't trick yourself off the street.
I can't do that.
Man, this shit is documented.
Yeah, for sure.
It's documented.
Yeah.
I mean, leave something for the bitch to do.
Man, come on, man.
Leave something for the bitches to do. God damn.
Yeah, niggas talking a whole lot.
Niggas is looking at their outfits, talking about, ooh, look at my drip, check out my shoe game, right? Man, that used to be for the bitches.
Right. Right.
Like, what the fuck is going on with this shit, man? You can see it if you look at it. Yeah. And I don't want to say too much on here and garnish
Nah, you good. I already know what you on, my nigga. I already know what you on.
The game done flipped on its back, bro.
Yeah.
It's upside down. And I'll just say that. The game has flipped on its back. It's upside down, bro.
Yeah.
Let me drop my socials.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah, so you can find me at The Real Richie Rich on all my socials, Twitter, Instagram, and the is THA, and then it's Real Richie Rich. Richie has always been RICHIE. Sometimes people try to put a T in there. And then I got a merch that you could pick up if you want some of this merch. It's at www.doubleworldwide.com. Double is spelled just like bubblegum, DUBBLE. So it's www.dubbleworldwide.com. Man, come fool with your boy, man. Check me out on Instagram. I got shows popping. I'm moving around. Just dropped a fresh video today with me, Larry June, and Currency. The album Richard is out. It's available. If you still want to cash with the boy, you can still get it at even.biz. But if not, just stream that thing. It's everywhere. Got a whole nother record coming, man, and a whole lot more. Yeah, don't call it a comeback, because I've been here for years. You hear me?
Ew. Hey, can I get a drop for westcoaststyles.com? Just real quick.
Yep, you got your man Richie Rich over here, man, and I already told you what time it was, man. This is the place to be, and if you're not over here, then you're over there. Yeah, this is westcoaststyles.com. It don't get no better than this, Playboy.